Good morning. Hi. Hi. Hi, Jakey. Hi, Eternal.
Hi Moxo, 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 Moxo,
Eternal, 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 eternal. Eternal, eternal. I can't hold the breath that long. Bye. I know you're gonna be busy today, Eternal. That's no problem. You go take care of yourself. And Grandma and everyone else. It's Monday. New weeks are always so tough, aren't they? It's just... Getting a week started is like always the most difficult thing. Unspecified bean. But yeah, first of all, let's catch up on the chat. Second Life skin commission. I imagine that's gonna be really difficult by now to find people who are still well experienced in making skins for Second Life. That's... Now I'm actually kind of curious. I'm gonna check Pfeiffer. Let's see what we have for Second Life. Mostly clothing, huh? But yeah, there are actually still custom avatar designers for Second Life. And I feel like I can probably share it since I don't think anything not safe for work is gonna pop up. But just looking through Pfeiffer, I'm actually impressed. How much stuff is still going on, from Second Life assets to character designs? I mean, the question is always, you know, what quality you're looking for and what style you're looking for, because 90% of the Second Life stuff you see here is very, very non-furry. But yeah, I'd be curious to see what you can actually do in Second Life if you push today. I'm definitely interested to see what you get out of that. Do let me know. I'd be... Of the new tail, you... Okay, now I'm curious. Show me the tail. I know tails. I'm an experienced tailist. Also, I am keeping an eye on my inbox today, because I will still get a Billy Bust Up early access key at some point today. Since, you know, Rhythm Monday, we usually play rhythm games today. If that comes in the next few, then I might be switching to it. But yeah, for the time being, we're gonna go and play a little bit of Forever Skies. But first... That is an impressive tail. Like, I love the fact that it's so minimalistic texture, polygon-wise. It's really efficient. You can really see Second Life. I love it. Also, hi, Seek. How are you today? Why are you already up? When did you go to bed yesterday that you're already up at this time? I'm not used to seeing you this early, especially on a Monday morning. Yeah, and I'm just impressed that, you know, this looks as good as it does, because Second Life... let's just be honest, Second Life has a few years now. New bunny. Well, that makes one of us, Seek. That makes one of us. I'm not ready today. This morning I actually got up 45 minutes early. Oh, that does look good. I'm gonna show that. Yeah. Here is Shaky's second live avatar. Yeah, I can definitely see how that fits. Just gotta get the color right. And I think you got a good one. And I mean, the color for that should be simple since the pattern is perfect. You just really need to do a color swap. No, it works. But yeah, that makes one of us today. I am not ready. I was kind of looking forward to playing a rhythm game, but the truth is, I don't think I'm ready today. So yeah, we're moving the rhythm game to Wednesday. By then I should have the Billy Bust up early access key because I am really, really looking forward to that. But yeah, what are we gonna play today? We're gonna play Forever Skies. If you have no idea what to expect, then the Too Long Did Not Read is Subnautica airship above the clouds. And just that the base is always moving. Doesn't that already sound appealing? It does to me. It's like Raft meets Subnautica. And I did play a fair bit of the game, which taught me that I, as always, play way too horizontal. I have a giant airship, but I've never gotten far. So we're gonna try this a little bit more coordinated today. But yeah, we're gonna do it at normal. Because there's no reason for harder survival aspects, to be honest. I don't need to starve faster. See, we're not wasting time. Hi, Dan.
Landing procedure completed.
Sagittarius 2 went silent for months. Then this one signal and silence again. None of us know what awaits you there, but if there's a chance that they have found the virus, then maybe we can survive. Find the virus sample at all costs. The fate of us all depends on you. The Ark. And the one thing that I really love about this game, you will see that in a second, is the way it looks. Also, hi Dan. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. But just look at this. The soundscape. The look. I just love the atmosphere. The unknown. How can you not love this, huh?
Health parameters low. Check the database for details.
Yeah, and we don't have to go through the tutorial, but it's pretty straightforward. If you've played a survival game, you know exactly what you're looking at. I'm fully covering it, actually, in the left bottom. Here, let me show you. Bloop. You see my power, which, surprise, goes down faster if I sprint. You see my health. You see my food and drink. Nothing unexpected here. Let's do the most important part, and the most important part is loot all the things, of course. That door is locked. And it is procedurally generated, but the first bit is pre-made. So this first island is always the same, but everything after that is procedurally generated since it's essentially individual islands. Everything's been screwed up since we found that damned virus. We're all getting sick. Equipment is breaking down, and there's this Noah situation. The power blew out again and the door is locked. I'll check if the beacon tower has a compatible battery. Canned water. Always gotta make sure you loot everything that you can. But yeah, how are you, Beans, today? A sun melon. You're dead. And one thing that I always consider really neat about this game is that infections play an integral role. Infections, viruses, just very important. Best example is if you eat something that you don't cook, there's a good chance you get something. And I do need to eat something, so... what was it? Right-click.
Virus infection detected.
Yep, there we go. Photophobia. Looking directly into the sun causes visual disturbance and injuries. And I need lecithin to cure it. And they are serious about it. This hurts. Like,
Virus hurts you when you look at the sun.
yes. This visually and audibly hurts.
New radio message received.
Oh? What do we have? We were down under the dust. We found the lab where they first analyzed the virus 400 years ago. That's when it all started going to hell. Noah went crazy. The bastard stole the sample, our airship, and broke the radio. He just left us here to die. He's dangerous as all hell. The location of the sample is at the overgrown glass house. A scientist lived there who studied flora from under the dust. If you want to get there, try visiting some radio towers and wind farms to get necessary devices. Be careful. This world no longer wants us. It's not a place for humans anymore. Also, nice. Congrats, Eternal. I suggested headphones to Eternal because I'm not a fan of headsets. And like I've had so many headsets in the past, and they just keep breaking. They are just, ugh, I hate it. Like these attached microphones and ugh, no, I can't stand them. Well, I suppose that's Noah. It's all because of this damned dust. Noah heard voices. He was mumbling about nature surviving everything, even the fall of the world. He said he knew what to do so we could return to Earth again. He wanted us to help him to follow the voices in his head. Lunatic. Lunatic? 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 Lunatic. I think it's lunatic, isn't it? We locked him in a cell for his own good, but the bastard hit the extractor and ran off while everyone was asleep. But yeah, one thing you can do... Actually, let me see if I find that. Give me just a second. But yeah, headphones... Let me actually show you the ones I'm using because I'm really happy with them. And I've now been using these for probably about a decade. Yeah, these are the headphones I'm using. You know, just Sony Studio headphones. No USB. You just plug them in. Those are the headphones that I prefer. And what you can do is... Let me see if I find it. There it is. What you can do is you can find these connector mics. So in this case, this is just a little magnet that you glue to the outside of your headphones. And then you can just magnet stick that microphone onto your headphones whenever you need it. It costs like $15, $20. Let me see if they have one. Oh, yeah, don't buy it for $55. This, you can get this for a lot cheaper. But this is what you look for. Just look for an attachable boom mic. If you ever really need to turn normal headphones into a headset. And, you know, you can always take this off when you don't need it and just put it away and good. I don't feel like there's a reason to get headsets anymore nowadays because most headsets just suck. I have a very painful story of how we had some money and decided that we should finally buy good headphones. So we bought 2 noise-canceling Creative Labs headphones for, I think they were $450 each. They were like, you know, it's gonna be an investment for the long duration, let's have it. The first one broke after, I think it was 7 months, and the second broke like half a year later. And we were back in Germany, warranty didn't matter anymore, so we were out like $900. And that's why, nope. I am not gonna go for that again. Photophobia virus research. My research on photophobia virus has shown that it can be cured with lecithin. It's best found in dust moths and other things living in the dust layer. I prepared a lure to attract these objects. Use it with the insect catcher on the airship. Lower it into the dust and wait for the catch. The food from this world eaten raw may be harmful. I'll leave a membrane for the water condenser just in case some water will be needed to cook the food. Okay, we already know what we gotta do here. But let's loot the rest. And yeah, my problem is that the PC my microphone is connected to is not the PC I use for gaming. Those are 2 different PCs. So essentially the PC the game is running on doesn't actually have a microphone. And that's a bit problematic when... Let's pick up the dirty water. That's a bit problematic whenever I want to do voice chat. Because I literally don't have a microphone or camera on this PC. So I do want, like I do use that clip-on microphone, it's just not very often. I usually just join Discord on the other PC. Works. I've been building a new airship for 2 months, since that bastard Noah got away with our equipment. If only my workshop hadn't collapsed, I would have already had the airship engine research completed. Thank you for the head pets. Hi, Seth. How are you today, Bean? Nah, place the fabricator. And yeah, if you couldn't tell... Yay, food! Hi, where barista? What did I get? I got a banana. Nom 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 nom. Wait, that didn't work. Nom 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 nom. There we go. Fail at eating. Okay, and this is a very tiny airship. I do not like this very tiny airship, but it's all we get for now. So first of all, let's put our insect lure into the insect catcher. And then we lower that. Oh, thank you, Canstergator. I mean, I hope I am. We're all horrible people, but we try to do our best. That's my bottom line. I know, Eternal. So I'm planning a. Oh. Planning anything big, Seth? But yeah, oh, you gotta catch. And we have a dust moth. I'm getting distracted here. I'm getting distracted. So what I wanted to say is, yes, let's eat a dust moth.
The virus was neutralized.
There. And yes, you should eat food cooked, but in this case I didn't bother. Also, we need to quickly build us something to purify water, but we can't afford that yet. Let me pause here real quick. Otherwise, I'm never gonna get to talking. Nope, Ken Stargator. I'm from Denver, Colorado, but I am German, so there is that. I am a I lived in the Alps, so between Austria, Germany, and Switzerland, right in the center. And then I decided to move to Denver, which is essentially the same place, just in big. The mountains look the same. The cows are black, not brown. That's about the only difference. We only have black cattle here. But, I mean, and we have bears and crawfish and that shit. I don't know. I feel like I have way too much of an accent, I'll be honest with you. But it is what it is. Love. That's simple. It's simple. I am married. I married like 15 years ago, but I also have a pet. And to live together, we simply had to live in the States. It's that simple. And yeah, I have no problem saying that. I know why you want to visit Immenstadt. And you know what's funny? I worked there. Like, if I would tell you where I worked, Shaky, you would die. Because I ran the IT at the King Ludwig musical. I can't tell you when because I would be a bit too identifiable. But yes, at some point long in the past, I ran the IT department of the King Ludwig musical. Take that. And no, you're not gonna find my name on their files. It's been way too long for that. Yeah, now let's build a deck extractor. We need that to gather resources. Because now we can dismantle stuff and get the resources so we can build.
Calories level is decreasing.
Yeah, I know. I need to build a cooker. Let's see, do we have anything else here? Yeah, Liechtenstein is one of those places. If you have a lot of money, it's a nice place to live in. But that, unless you work, like that and Belgium, all the small states, unless you work in government or you're rich, you don't want to be there. Oh, hey, Ketna.
In the lobby of Moxie's Motel.
Thank you for the resub, you've been. I always enjoy having you here. I hope you have a wonderful Monday evening. There, now we should be able to build a water purifier. Oh, right, you do. Oh. Eternal. Ow.
Looks like the Eternal underscore fan is taking over the tier 1 room service bill for Happy Foxo. Thank you for the support, you bean.
Unfortunately, you know, I wanted to rename that redeem to show the beans. I feel like it's more appropriate. Let's put the water purifier here. There. No more eating dirty water. Now, I wanted to change the redeem to show the beans. Okay, and can we put... Yes, we can put this water in here and the dust moth here. And now we cook our food. Oh crap, I shouldn't have picked up the dirty water. Because I only have one bottle. I have to juggle the water, so I shouldn't have picked it up. And I can't build another bottle yet. Hi, Dalton. Good morning. How are you today, Bean? Yeah, no, these I have see, now I'm bumping the headset, the microphone. No, I have uncomfortably hard pulled on these headphones before by accident. Like, imagine you get up and it gets stuck on your chair or something. I've done that. It doesn't matter. They are durable. Let's loot all the stuff here. Blueprint research. I managed to repair the research station. There are a few old blueprints preserved on the memory card, but the most important one is the scanner. It is necessary to complete its research and craft it. After that, it should scan certain objects in the world so we can acquire more data for blueprint research. I need a battery to run the device. I dug out this old power box from the ruins. There should be some batteries inside. And then he died. And then he just, like, I don't know, exploded and left. Or, like, accidentally walked off the cliff. Okay, we have a research station. And I think you can see what my problem was with playing this game very horizontally. Because this is a tight fit. But we now have a research station, so let's first of all build the scanner. Or research the scanner, that is. And we should also, if we can, get more food. And cook another dust moth. And invent... Okay, we can't invent empty bottles because we do not have enough synthetics. We can change that. Because those are unlimited. I'm just in a bad position to aim at them. But we can change that too. And yes, Stream Deck, I'll be honest with you, I didn't think how much of a difference it would make. But it makes a huge difference. The fact that I have these labeled buttons here that do specific things that I might not need too often. You know, like, say, post a link to Discord, or like I have an emergency button that clears chat and sets chat to follower only mode. You know, stuff like that. That's something that you just can't do on the keyboard that fast. But say I have a hate raid or something, then I can just jump in and fix that. Great, I can't walk past the scanner anymore. Yeah, we need to make this bigger faster. Let's just research that stuff while we're at it. Yeah, and I now have 2 boiled moths. Let's eat one. Then we need to craft a bottle so we can handle the water. And I'm just gonna research everything I can. Then we have a bottle, so now we can take the clean water out, put the clean water in the cooker, put the dirty water in the purifier. See, now we're good to go. I should have probably drank some first. There we go. But yeah, Stream Deck, top purchase. Very high on the list. Microphone arm, yes. I use a pretty cheap one. Mine was like 15 bucks. I'm really happy with it. Let's see, do we need anything else from here, or are we done? I think I picked everything up. At least everything I can. But what I'm gonna do is... First of all, let's close that door. Yay, we can fly. Oh. No, we can't. We have no engines. And I'm stuck. Oh. Ah, there we go. Okay, so we need engines. Engines aren't in here, so I need to invent engines. Did I miss the engines? Am I dumb? Let's go. No, this is only one category. Oh, I have to craft the scanner. I see. You want me to craft the scanner first. I need synthetics and 1 battery. Well, I don't have a battery. Because... Do I have a battery? Because, yeah, I put the last battery in the research. Well, let's see. We need more synthetics first. I mean, you can buy that. I've seen people that stand around and, you know, pay $1 for a squeeze. Or charge $1. I mean, I suppose you could pay $1 for a squeeze. I'm not sure how that goes off post-COVID. Now, you just gotta wear a fursuit and have like a little note saying that you give free hugs. There, problem solved. Now, let's see. So we only need the solid-state battery. Did I miss a battery in here? Yes, I did. There were 2. Okay, now we can build the scanner.
Printing completed.
Ta-da!
Completed. Detected new objects requiring scanning.
Now let's scan all the things we can scan. Come on. Come on, I know there's more to scan than that. Okay, check the studies menu. So yeah, one thing I really enjoy about this game is that it will tell you for each location if you have scanned all the things that you can scan. Let's first of all see if I can get a scan of one of these. Yes. And this. There we go. Research engine and fuel. Now we're getting there. I just gotta make sure this battery doesn't run out before we're done. Because that would be painful.
Research finalized.
There, now let's see if we can build... Yes, we can build an engine. Oh, there's something to scan. Body. Let me actually see, just to make sure. Let's go back. Uh-huh. Noah's drawings from when he was locked in a cell by fellow his members of the expedition. Humanity, technology, and nature combine and blend together in these paintings.
Printing completed.
His job was to collect and study biological samples. He was the one who was supposed to find a cure for the virus that threatens us all. Well, he wasn't very successful. Let's see, do we have anything else to scan? Yes, we can scan this computer. Oh, Never looted that. Nope, nothing else here. It says synthetic case. And let's just run back to my drop pod. Just to make sure. Yeah, he's... These relaxing, decomposing naps. Hi, Kara. How are you today, Bean? How has your weekend been? Also, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna change the sound a little. Because everything but the actual sound effects is so atmospheric in this game. I just want to share it. I'm pretty good, pretty good. It's Monday. Yay. Now we gotta craft fuel. I need one more synthetic for a second.
Printing completed.
And then we can take to the skies.
Printing completed.
Yeah, let's put the fuel in. Ta-da! No, I wanted to close this door. And now we can leave. Whee! Just look at this atmosphere. How can you not love this? Just there is something cozy about this kind of the end of the world. Okay, now it wants us to go to the flashing light. And while we do that, let's harvest a little.
Hydration level is decreasing.
Come on, fly closer. Just gotta make sure I don't bump into anything. Because repairing is expensive. Yeah, let's head back. Let's make sure we fly well past that. There are our dust moth swarms. And one thing I really love about this game is the weather. Because the weather is very dynamic and changes and just makes everything spoopy or beautiful. It usually can't decide which of the two it likes more.
Unknown location reached.
Now let's land there. It's just as high as I can currently fly. So I gotta make sure I don't fly into things. Land gently. There we go.
Uncharted area. The preliminary analysis started. Analysis completed. Detected new objects requiring scanning.
towers used to maintain communication between distant points. They also helped airships safely navigate through space. A potential source of basic resources and device blueprints. Communication point is a standard tower. Several sheds served as temporary shelters for operators. Proximity to the dust pollution reportedly caused people to lose their minds. They saw strange shapes and heard voices coming from the dust. Also, we do have the entries for anything we found, but I don't think we have to read these. We know how a scanner works. The deck extractor extracts. Let's just mark these as red. Yeah, synthetic waste expelled from under the dust. Yeah, nothing we wouldn't already know. So many entries. So many entries. There we go. And the studies menu. And this is what I really enjoy. The fact that you can see what kind of location you can visit and what you can find in it, what you haven't researched. So you don't fly to places for no reason. Yeah, let's take a look around this place. What are you? A turbine. Very nice. Let's see if that means we can build one already. Because turbines allow us to fly higher. Oh, dust moths. Moths forage in large groups to ensure their safety. Individuals separate from the flock to search for food and return when their hunger is satisfied. The swarm is vigilant and scatters whenever there is danger. Due to their poor eyesight, it would be possible to catch them with the proper equipment. Yep, already done that. What's he doing? What's Wernie doing? Let's see. Up there's a battery. These things always have a battery. That's always nice. We don't need to pick up the dirty water. There, we scanned the class. Yeah, let's walk around. I'm not gonna jump if I don't have to. There, very nice. A condenser. That's how we get water. And an insect lure. This is a good place. And a railing. Railing is very good. And that's how you die. You didn't see that. You did not see that. I thought I could make it past, okay? I do think we already have everything from down there anyway. Yep, now it's just about researching the turbine. Yeah, we don't need any of these things right now. But let's see, can we build the... Of course, done clipped that. I expected nothing else. Okay, we need more metals for that. Let's see, what we can do is we can also get these here. They're just a bit less convenient to pick up right now. Because I can't walk up to them. What are you collecting? Nope, that's all here. Pew! Shoot the moths! Pew! Pew pew! Just ignore me. I gotta move around a little.
Calories level is decreasing.
Yeah, let's turn a little bit more. There we go. And let's first of all harvest, because we need more. A lot more. And we're in a good harvesting position here right now. That should be... Nope, still need more metals. Just don't see any right now. It's too far away. Come on. Float closer. Come on. There we go. Okay, 35 metal. Nothing else in here. Well, 40 metal, that's enough for the turbine. Now let's just fly back. Land gently, there we go. And now I want to see if I can also research the airship builder so we can finally make this a little bit bigger. We need electric elements. Okay, so we can't yet. We could eat something, that's important. And put the condenser up.
Printing completed.
You know what, I'm picking that research station up. Because I hate it always being in the way. There we go. Let's put a lure in. And then let's head out. Oh no, wait. I forgot I never mounted the turbine. Let's just put it... Let's put it here.
Maximum flight altitude increased.
It's not pretty, but it will do for now. Now let's see how high we can go. Much better. Look at that view. See, isn't that beautiful? Okay, double flashing lights.
Hydration level is decreasing.
I don't see any double flashing lights. So let's just head to this one. And boop. Okay, now let's see what we can scan here. If anything. This is a communications tower. Let me see, do we have anything else for radio tower? No, we actually don't have anything else for now. So let's just collect resources instead. Nothing here. Good, we need more batteries. Ow. Hey, Avantlaws. Good morning. Happy Monday. A hopefully stress-free happy Monday. Maybe we can go 1 week without breaking stuff Monday. Okay, everything here is collected. Yes, it's an important day for history. I feel like it's now long enough that you can probably make jokes about it. To some degree, at least. I know a lot of people probably don't think that way, but I'm a silly person. Life's a joke. Because let's face it, if we take life seriously, then we've already lost. Okay, now I think I don't have an electric transformer. Oh no, I do have electric elements. That's what I was looking for. So let's place the research thing again. Let's research the airship builder. Yeah, I know. It's... As you see, I was working the day 9/11 happened, which, you know, is one of those things that clearly dates my age. And, okay, we need 2 electric elements for that. But we have no electric elements left. So let's move on. And, you know, that day I was actually handling an IT call at a local hotel. And I remember walking into that hotel and everyone was busy. I'm like, is everything okay? And then that woman looks at me and just points at the TV. Oh, those are double blinking lights. And I remember just looking at that screen and going like, that looks like a dumb movie. It's like nothing is happening in that movie. They just keep showing the buildings. It's weird to be able to remember that. It's fine. Like I said, I feel like it's been long enough that you should be allowed to talk about that freely. But it's just, like I said, it's weird to think back to that day and how long ago it's been. And knowing that there are so many people who vote, who drive cars, who drink alcohol today. Well, not... I suppose, yes, that drink alcohol today. Oh, crap. I have no fuel. That weren't even born.
Printing completed. Printing completed.
Okay, now how do I put this in? Can I put it? Okay, I can put it in from in here. At least. Because I was not looking forward to doing that. And yeah, it's something that has to happen. was the day that we all learned that jet fuel can indeed burn hot enough. I mean, nearly all of us learned that, right? I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for conspiracy theories. I have a weird love for dumb conspiracy theories. Like, you know, flat earth, hollow earth. Oh, bring them on. Yeah, exactly. It was like one of the dumbest arguments ever. Just like... But if anything, stuff like 9/11 and COVID always reveals the sane people and the insane people. So I feel like it's a really good thing to happen just so you can classify who you can identify with and who you can't identify with. My God, look at that color. One thing I really, really love about the game is the way the weather changes. Like right now we have clearly a very blue weather. I love the blue weather. Look at that. Nope, we're flying. High above the clouds. This is essentially, imagine Subnautica, but in an airship in a post-apocalyptic world destroyed by viruses. Let's stop here. This is not... Oh no, this is where we were meant to go. This is the double blinking light. Whoop.
Uncharted area. The preliminary analysis started.
This. You can't... With the airship, you can't go very far down. You won't survive it. But there are ways to get down there, and we will be going down there later.
Risk of dehydration.
Yeah, let me collect first, and then we'll take care of the dehydration. How about that? Let's see, scanning. But yeah, the goal is both to go down and up. Because down is the virus, which we need to research, and up are the better buildings, which have the research. Let's see, do we have any water on us? No, I don't. But we have some water in the water filter that we can pick up. Oh, there was water. I'll take stale canned water. Nothing over there. Okay, that means we should be done here. Now let's just do some researching. And then some harvesting. Wait, what did I want to do? Well, first of all, we should take the water, refill the water here. Then I take another sip. Then we need to desperately find food. So let's just scoot out from here a little. There. That way I can now lower my fishing rod. And while that takes place, we're gonna clean up here. Because if there are resources I can take along, I will take them along. Okay, we've got to get our catch. And
Calories level is decreasing.
we put our dust lettuce into the broiler. We don't have a second bottle right now. We should make a second bottle.
Printing completed.
There, the second bottle, so we can take the dirty water out of here and put it in here. Up, didn't mean to eat the moth right off the fishing rod. Actually, let's also sleep. Because, yeah, like I said, you can't see, but here are my needs in the left bottom. Let's put a new lure in. Let's lower that again. Let's put another... Oh, a fat dust moth. Nice. Let's boil that one. Let's eat our boiled food. Let's drink. And now the whole maintenance part is done again. Yeah, boiling fat moth. Oh my god, now I get the Verney reference. Wow, that took like half an hour. That took way too long. Wow. Shut up, it's Monday, okay? But yeah, if you're not aware, Verney is a moth. One of the few moths around. Oh, another catch. A moth with a TH. Otherwise, it's a Star Wars rank. Which I'm pretty sure you should know, mister. Maybe he's a Grand Moth. M-O-T-H. You know, the nightly insect. Up, another catch. Maintenance is busy work. Yes, exactly. A fussy light bat. I like that. That's a good term. Okay, I think we harvested everything we can from here. What is that thing up there? Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Oh, that's my map. Yes, it's a radar. And more helium. Now the only question is, how do I get back up there? Come on, where's the pull me up option? I know it's there. Haha, that worked. Cheating. Okay, so now can we build the airship builder? No, because we need electric elements, and we're not gonna find electric elements here. So let's go to the next place then. Let's just head on over there. We have no more lures. And we have no more condensers. Let's stop here and see if we find any electrical components. Yeah, here is good. I don't think that's how it works, Jakey. It's like tying a hamburger to a fishing rod and then dangling it out of the 8th floor. You can try. Nope, that's fine. I thought it might be a bit too high. It's another door on the edge. Let's not fall down this time. Oh, come on, give me electric components. Come on, none? No? None. No, I do have... What are electric elements? Is that what I'm looking for? Gotta check when I'm up again. Where are you right now, Shaky? Because I only have that problem if I use a VPN. Hey Shadow, how are you today, Bean? Yeah, now we can build the airship builder, finally. That means I now need to pick up this. And... Oh, it's not empty. Right. Also, I have too many things on me. Oh, crap. Okay. How about we put the condenser in here? How about we eat this? Now I can put these in here. Now I have an airship builder. Now I can take the fuel out of here. I've been pretty good today. I can't argue. Despite it being a Monday. I hate Mondays. I mean, let's face it, who doesn't? Yeah, see, now. Now we can make room. Finally. I mean, I don't have walls yet. But I have rooms. Okay, but that also means I can now place things. So let's just place that right at the back. Whoop. That we can pick and place here. I also want that out of the way. Wait, we can't... Can we? We can put it on the beams. Nope. Nope, because there are no walls here. Wait, what? Oh, we can put it on the first beam, just not on the second. That's fine. Okay. God, shuttling space. Oh, we put that on the floor so we can pick that up. Now we can take the water out. Come on. How do we put this on the floor? Then we can put... This is like playing a puzzle game. Yeah, let's just pile that up at the end. And then let's place the engine and the turbine again. Let's place it over here because I do want a second. And let's place that here. Now let's put the fuel back in. Come on. Yeah, maintenance takes a while in this game to get things set up. It's okay, we're getting there. Okay, now we can move the bed over here. This is a very uncomfortable position for a bed. Living with a person who once managed to fall out of his bed? I hope we're not in flight, for your sake. Whee! The sounds of distant snoring grow quieter. Is this a thing that happens to people? Because I have to admit, it never happened to me. I do not remember ever falling out of bed. But, I mean, I shall not mention any names, but I do know someone who fell out of bed so hard he broke a finger. I'm not outing anyone here. No, it wasn't me.
I'm Cute Crash, by the way.
Yeah, that might have been him. But I will refrain from any statements. Now, it was a very unlucky roll out of the bed and right onto the hand, and the ring finger didn't survive it. Now, I once managed to rip my thumb apart, to literally pop my thumb by when I was like 8 years old. What are those things called that keep you from driving past a security checkpoint? Those horizontal lock bar things. I forgot what they're called. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it up here. Yeah, that works. Barrier, yes. You know those. Oh, I have a hot dog. Okay, let's imagine this hot dog. This hot dog is the barrier. And, you know, when it tilts... when it goes up, so the car... Yes, this is a great visualization. I love this. When it goes up to let the car through, my finger was in here when it went down. Like, you know how there's a rubber here where it goes like bonk? That's where my finger was. My finger was like bonk, and now I can eat the hot dog. Nom, nom, nom. And on that day, my finger was just like splat completely. Just imagine this massive weight just crushing your thumb in the middle. And I was 8 years old. And so, not to get too visuals, but my parents packed the remains up in a handkerchief and we drove to a hospital because, yes, parts came off. And on that day, in our little local city hospital, was a chief surgeon. Yes, I know. Was a chief surgeon for finger repair and finger restoration. And he currently held a class there demonstrating to medical students what you can do in restoring fingers. And little 8-year-old, it might have been younger. I think I wasn't even in school, so it would have been like 6-year-old Moxie was carried into that room. And there were like 25 to 30 white lab coats. And it took, I think, like 25 stitches, and he essentially rebuilt my finger. He like reconnected the nerves and everything in front of all those students. I was afraid of doctors for years after that as a child. I got a panic attack if I saw a white coat. That's how bad it was. And nowadays, I have full feeling back. The thumb looks a little bit thicker, and the nail is a bit bulgy. So it's clear that something at some point happened. But I have no lack of feelings on it. The senses work perfectly. It doesn't hurt. I can do everything with it. So yeah, it was impressive. I mean, that was back in
A storm is coming.
1988, somewhere around that. So, you know, we were a lot less advanced than we are now. Yeah, I'd closed the doors to make it quieter, but the fact that my whole rear is open doesn't help. But yeah, that was a long time ago. And that is why I think it's so impressive that my finger is in such a good shape today. Okay, I'm gonna lower the volume here a little until the storm is over. Ow.
Lightning strikes the highest targets. Lower altitude or seek cover.
Yeah, weather in this game is scary. I mean, look at that. That is scary. Yeah, we're just gonna hide out here. Yeah. I mean, I do have repair patches, but I'm not sure I'm willing to burn. Let's just have a disco party, shall we? I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with me, but I love it. These sounds. Maybe I should turn my own headphones down just a little. Because I cringe every time a lightning strikes. Yeah, let's look at our map. Where should we go? Studies. So we don't have anything in the wind farm and the radio tower that we can currently do. I think that's what this means. The fact that I don't see any. Or it just means that there is more and I haven't seen it yet. Oh yeah, let's look at the research station while we're grounded. We should probably research some of those basic requirements in case we have to build them. Yeah, let's do that. And then as soon as that is done, let's head to... How about we head to that question mark behind us? Okay, storm is settling down. I think we're good to go. Let's go up. Yeah, just look at that. Is this not amazing? I love this game. Okay, let's see. Question mark is over here. Yeah, I might have caused this game to be added to several wish lists. I know, just imagine, you know, just record this Like maybe find a way to turn the UI off and just record a flyby like this for 10 minutes. This game is just beautiful. Okay, a bit to the left. Okay, I suppose it's that blinking light over there. So let's use that time to harvest a bit. And one issue I always had with Subnautica was the base. Like, I wish you could actually turn your submarine into a mobile base fully. But that's just not as easy to do. Whoop. Rip house. But I really love the idea of a mobile base. I love the idea of just going wherever you want to go, whenever you want to go. Not being restricted and having to return to the base with your vehicles is just really appealing for a game like this. Oh, it's that one ahead of us. Yeah. And especially these dust particles. I love it. It is important to mention that it is still in early access. I think the way they phrased it is that if it would be in acts, then there's about a quarter of the story in so far. Oh god, come on, and now we're out of fuel again. I should get better with refilling fuel. Especially since it's kinda difficult to get there right now. I need to build catwalks around the outside so I can easily get there. See, and this is what I mean, the way the weather changes. The rain... Ah, yes. Yes, I shall. Also, hi, Ketna. How are you today? Okay, let's see what location you are. Let's just lower a little and do harvest first. Well, you never know. Nope, no harvest here. I did. I have a hate-love relationship with that game. Mostly because I want to love it, but I just never did. My problem with Space Engineers is that it's too much of a sandbox and too little of a game. Just whenever I play Space Engineers, it doesn't feel like I play a game. It feels like I'm put into a sandbox and I'm meant to create my own adventures. If that makes sense. And yeah, I'll be honest with you, Shaky, you will have trouble coming up with games that I don't recognize. That's my magical super ability. It's that I know about every game out there. Well, I don't have a knife. So I can't actually get in here. Is this correct? No, I don't want to fall again. Come on. Yeah, you do not have a door. Okay. I played a few of the of those, but not Kyrendia, no. I think that was the PlayStation 1 one, wasn't it? Oh. Poster! Oh, it was still DOS? Yeah, nope. Can't say I ever did. Also, now I'm full on storage. Great. But I remember selling it. I don't ever have played it. But I've usually been pretty good about knowing all the games because that was kind of my job. The gaming specialist. long ago. I own Commander Keen on Steam even. And yes, here, let me actually show you because I don't think you can get it anymore. But yes, I own Commander Keen on Steam. Let me actually see, can you still get it? Oh, you can still buy it. Good. It's... I mean... The problem with Commander Keen is it's a very, very old game. And there is usually no reason to play games quite that old. Let's just be honest. Knife needs a polymer. What's a polymer? Can I build a polymer? No. Can I build a polymer? No, I don't think so. No, not yet. Yeah, that's true. LGR, it's difficult to watch LGR and not already know Commander Keen. I now have the Commander Keen song stuck in my head. Thank you very much. Ding, 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 ding. You're very welcome. You know what I could do? I could build... I mean, I could research a small storage box with the last power I have in here. Oh god, Mystery House. Just play Manic Mansion. I feel like if you already play something like that, just play Manic Mansion. Just go hardcore retro. Project Oxygen. What is Project Oxygen?
Printing completed.
And let's place a box so we have at least a little bit of storage, okay? There we go. Say repairs. Oh, I do have to cook the patat. Must cook patat. Let's see, what else can we store here? The helium. We don't need helium on us. You know what? Let's store a lot of stuff right now because I do still need to go and harvest. Yeah, it's there is the it depends on how retro you want to go. It's like, you know, if you watch LGR, then you've probably also heard of the Commander X16. That is a very, very good approach if you want to play 16-bit games. But, you know, as soon as you want something like a DOS or Windows 95 machine, that's gotten really difficult. just finding a DOS or Windows 95 hardware in good condition, because you can't emulate it. Windows 95 is an absolute nightmare to emulate. You can get it running on a virtual machine, but you're not going to play any video games on it, on a virtualized Windows 95, because it won't. The modern hardware in your PC is so utterly incompatible with Windows 95 that you'll never get it to work well. Windows 3.1, you'll have an easier job because you can software emulate it. So yeah, Windows 3.1 is a lot easier. Windows 95 is in a really bad position for retro gamers, in a really uncomfortable position. What should we even research? Let's research parts. Yeah, exactly. I wanted to play a game for my 100 followers special, and I worked like 2 weeks on trying to get the game to run. The game, here, let me show you what it is, because it is a game I absolutely... Oh yeah, I refunded it because it just didn't work. But very beautiful game, Sensera, The Hidden Portal. It has an amazing soundtrack. I'm not gonna play the soundtrack here, no reason. But it essentially is a Pokemon-like game where you collect fairies, but the combat between fairies takes place in a first-person shooter. So you have this beautiful fantasy world where you travel and solve quests and collect your fairies. And then when you have challenges, it switches to a first-person shooter version, and you essentially quake your shit through combat. I love this game. It's one of my favorite retro games of all time. I tried for 2 weeks to get this game to run. I tried everything. It didn't work. I was hoping that we get to see the first-person combat somewhere. There we go. See, and this is what it turns into when you actually fight your fairies. This, with the fitting soundtrack for it too. Like, how can you not love that? Let me actually find a video of it real quick so you can see the combat, because I am a huge fan of the soundtrack for battle. That's not the soundtrack. Is this? What is it with wanting to show the soundtrack? There, but how about we pick the battle theme? Yeah, there we go. It's like this was the quiet battle, and then you had one that was a lot more hardcore. Let me see if I find it in there. No, probably not. No, not worth it. But yeah, like I said, it was a mix of Pokemon and Quake. And that was it was great. But 2 weeks, it really only works on Windows 7. Windows 8 is already an issue. And Windows 10 doesn't work at all, and Windows 11. So, yeah. I just gave up. I will probably wait to do that until I have a hardware solution set up, until I can... Yeah, I know. I installed Windows 7 and Windows 8 on the oldest hardware I have in the house, and neither was compatible. It's just I'm at the point where my hardware is no longer compatible with Windows 8. Nothing I can do. So yeah, that game, unfortunately, I will never play.
Research finalized. Hydration level is decreasing.
I mean, at least until we find a better hardware solution for retro games, and that is on my list. I do want to get to a point where we can just boot up DOS. We can just boot up Windows 3.1 and just, you know, goof around and do stuff with it. Because I think that would be a lot of fun. But yeah, that will be a while. Gotta get the clean water. Drink some. Or that, yeah. The nice thing is, with my current setup, I'm able to do things like that. Because, you know, my stream PC and my gaming PC are disconnected. So I should probably get going and play the game. So it's easy to disconnect and do that. Oh no, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna first install a second engine. Because I'm tired of running out of fuel.
Low altitude.
So let's make sure we don't. I just need machine parts and synthetics. Okay, I need 4 machine parts. So let's build that and let's collect resources.
Printing completed.
But yeah, I'm not a fan of emulation. I'll emulate if necessary, but if I have the option of doing something without emulation, I absolutely will. I've actually been highly considering, since, you know, today would have been Rhythm Monday. It's usually the time where I play rhythm games, and today I had I kind of wanted to play Cadence of Hyrule. Cadence of Hyrule, if you don't know, is a Switch game by the Necro Dancer people, and is essentially a Zelda meets Necro Dancer. And if you now visualize a game, you know exactly what I'm thinking of. Like, that is 100% of it. But the problem is, I don't have a Switch that has an HDMI output. So I can only stream that as an emulated version. And I hate emulation for stuff like that, because who tells me that the game will run perfectly all the way through, you know? It's always one of those things. How much did I need? Oh wait, it's in here, der. How much did I need? Oh, I have enough. And Shaky, just to answer your question, who is still Windows 8? I work in technical support. If I would tell you how many people still use Windows 8, and much worse, Windows 7, I can tell you because I have a pre-made text that tells people that since 2015, Windows 7 no longer gets updates, and since 2020, Windows 7 no longer gets essential security updates. Stop using it. Period.
Printing completed.
Yeah, I mean, don't tell anyone, Shaky, but I don't have a Switch at all. There, ha ha ha. Don't tell anyone. The day that I give Nintendo money voluntarily, that day still has to happen. There are a few companies on my list that I'm not willing to give money to. So yes, I only have used stuff from Nintendo, where I know Nintendo did not get any money from. Very simple. I wouldn't want it, to be honest, Shaky. Here's a fun fact. When we do every good... Wow, that was very English.
Printing completed.
When we do very well in our company, then they sometimes give us gifts. And one of the gifts we could have chosen this time was said Switch. The Switch Mini, I think it's called, or Micro or whatever, or Lite, the useless little one that has no output, that can't dock, that has no HDMI. And I was thinking, you know, it's still a free Switch. I could still play Switch games. But you know what I can play? I can play games that I then have to give Nintendo money for anyway. And I don't want to give Nintendo money. I have a Vita, and I support the Vita, and I have it hacked ad absurdum. So I can probably play more games on my Vita than I can on my PC. I mean, from N64 to arcade to SNES to NES, it doesn't matter. You know, it's all there. I love the Vita. The Vita is amazing for that. I can't see myself ever getting a Switch. Besides, based on the timeline, we should get to a point when Nintendo announces their next project. They don't stay too long on one. And I don't know if you saw the recent reports, but there is a good chance that Nintendo does something VR. Oh, it has been announced? Well, yeah, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about there are a lot of rumors that Nintendo might be working on something VR related. Oh shit, I can't get up to that. Can I build a turbine? I need electric elements and metals. Okay, how about we park here? Build us electric elements. Harvest metals.
Printing completed.
But yeah, my problem is always I don't buy things when they come out. Unless I 100% support them, I buy things on sale. I wait. I don't need to be in the first wave. And stuff like Nintendo's releases make that kind of difficult, because if you're not in the first wave, you can just wait for the next first wave. It's kind of what it feels like. If you are an early adopter for Nintendo, you're always fucked. Well, stuff like that I would buy used only anyway. But if you're an early adopter for Nintendo, you're always fucked. You always get a shit product. The very first Switch release, I think, was the only one in a long time that was okay. But remember stuff like the original DS, like the original Game Boy Advance, like the original this and that? They were always shite. The second version is always so far superior. But by the time the second version comes out, you know, I can just wait for the next release. That's my problem. I am not impatient enough for that. What? I like shite. I think shite is such a beautiful word. I just need the equivalent for fuck. I need a cute fuck. Fight? Doesn't work. F-H-I-T-E. There we go. Oh yeah, I can turn up the volume a bit now that the storm is over. But yeah, it's just... Fike. Feig. Ficken. I should just only use German curse words. Like, instead of saying shite, I should just say that I think the Switch is scheiße. How about that?
Printing completed.
Okay, we have another turbine, and I'm gonna just put it somewhere randomly until we
Maximum flight altitude
land.
increased.
Now, does this get me high enough to land there? I'm not holding my breath. Ah, yes, it should. It should. I think it will. Hi, MHF. Scheiße, Club. Why Club? Sorry, club. I should have said that in English. But surprise, that's how we spell it in German too, unless we spell it with a K, which is sometimes a thing. But I think most... Don't ask. Oh my god, am I? Am I high enough for this? Am I gonna scrape? Okay, I'm high enough. Now, we were talking about cute curse words.
Charted area. The preliminary analysis started.
Ah, that's a big one. Ah, my scanner is nearly empty. You know what we could do? We could build the tool charger. We just need one circuit board. We can build a circuit board. We just have to invent circuit boards. We just need a circuit board. Okay, great. And a storm is coming. Okay, let's run. I'd rather be inside. If there is an inside. Yeah. Yay, polymers! I needed those. I needed those to build a knife at the very least. I hate the lightning. Is that all? That's all. Nothing to... Oh, something to scan. Pumpernickel isn't a curse word. Pumpernickel is really good bread. You need distinct German curse words or Bavarian curse words. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find Bavarian curse words. Now I'm really curious. How many of those I actually know? Well, those are... Bixen. Bixen is a good one. B-I-X-N. Essentially means vagina. Bixen. Yeah, here. Here, this is a curse word that long ago... Hi, Melina. Long ago, my dad would actually use. And I'm just gonna leave that here. And I will just let you guess what it is. If you speak German, please don't guess. You tell me what you think this means without cheating. Great, I need... Yeah, I think I need to go back to the ship and build the knife first. Nope, not quite. Oh, upgrade station, nice. Shit, where's my ship? Down there. Yes, exactly. Zipfel, Z-I-P-F-E-L, is a playful word for dick. And Klatscher means swatter. So what it actually means is essentially masturbator. What do you mean blocked by equipment? I need metals. So yeah, that's a rude insult for someone who masturbates. Because they are swatting their cock. Kinda, yeah, exactly. It's like if you would call someone a jerk offer. That's about what it would mean as an equivalent. No, it's a really good word. Zipfelklatsche. Hi DJ, a good reminder. Oh, thank you for the reminder. Yes, exactly. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna get any harvesting done in this wind. It's just a bit too volatile. But I am moving the ship a bit closer to the edge. I just want to make sure we don't get hit by lightning strikes. There we go. Now I should be able to harvest a little. Because yeah, we're gonna do a little harvest interruption. I want walls. I want to stop hearing the storms. How are you today, DJ? I hope you're having a good day. Or go sleep. Unless you have to be somewhere. Be in bed. Enjoy a lazy day if you can. And if you can't, then just go to work and enjoy a lazy day there. We're not gonna tell anyone. We're not gonna call you, boss. There you go. Yeah, I saw you. I was lurking for a little bit. Just not very long while setting up, because I got up way too late for that. Because spoiler for me, it's only 11 AM and I usually get up at 8:30 and start streaming at 9, so there's not a whole lot of time in between. Oh yeah, right. I wanted to invest into the charging station. No wait, I haven't researched that yet. Tool charger. And that needs 1 circuit board. Oh wait, I still don't have circuit boards. God damn it. I need to find a circuit board. Wait, can I build an... Oh yeah, I should drink. Can I build a knife? Let me see if I can do a knife. I don't have researched knife. Yes, I can do a knife. That only takes polymer. That should help.
Research finalized.
Oh, there's a moth in there I should eat. Yeah, that's gonna rot soon. And let's take the water out. Let's build a knife. And thank you for the headpats. And then once I have the knife, we can go back in. That should make it a lot easier.
Printing completed.
There we go. Now we can cut our way through. Now let's see what we have. This needs more work. Nope, this is all done. So this one house is inaccessible because we need a mobile scanner, recycler for that. Otherwise we're not gonna get through that door. More polymers. But nothing else here. It's not a lot of loot. A new fruit. A door jam? What's a door jam? Okay, those are greenhouses. That's probably the last thing I can scan. Yep, I'm now out of power. No. Yeah, but what is it? I mean, to my understanding, that's just a blockage for the door, so it doesn't close. Like, why do you need to install that? Don't you just put that in front of the door? I'm full with new stuff. Oh, so the whole, yeah, it's the whole thing that holds the actual door. Yeah, that makes more sense. That replacing that is a big thing. Yeah, I imagine that. That is loud, because that is heavily embedded in the house. You don't just take that out and replace it. Oh boy, can we? No, we can't, but we can from here. My inventory is full. But these are all the same petite astre. Never heard of that one. Hold on, I want to take one of those. Okay, that's what I was looking for. I think... No, not up here. Maybe in there? Yeah, he gets very exhausted from cutting 3 times. Okay, the power is on top, so we gotta... there's a ladder. Hi, Melina. Where's the power going? Okay, it's going back down. I have to check downstairs. But while I'm up here, let me just check the rest up here. I was hoping for at least some helium or what? Oh, look at that. It wants a hug. I don't think it wants a hug. Okay, I do want to take that. I want to scan that. I need a bigger inventory. Here, let's eat a green colander. Yes, I do. I ate the colander, now everything is red. But I don't see a virus pop up. I can't even pick up that... Its venom has a dangerously stimulating effect on human neural pathways. Maybe I should eat it raw. Yeah, I suspect it is, but the fact that it turned on that exact same moment I turned... I picked that thing up was kind of weird. Yeah, let's go back to the ship and clean up. I at least gotta get stuff out of the inventory. We can also pick up some dirty water here to refill.
Hydration level is decreasing.
Yep, exactly. Oh, wrong side. That remotely looked like my ship from the distance. Yeah, let me store some things and then come back. Let's see. Well, let's first of all cook some stuff. Like the cricket. Bye, cricket. Let's research some stuff. Crossbow and bolts. Yeah, I think that sounds like a really good idea. And let's get another storage box. Maybe 2 more.
Research finalized.
And biomass fuel. Just gonna do some research right now.
Research
Printing
finalized.
completed.
Okay, let's see. Let's just... that we can fill in. Let's just store stuff in here that doesn't degrade. And then we go back out and find the rest. Wait, where's my water filter? Where did I put... oh, looking at it. Okay, now let's see. Can we build the charger? Don't think so, because we still need what's it called, the circuit board. Okay, we haven't found a circuit board, but now we have a clean inventory, so let's harvest. Oh yeah, I should drink water, huh? There. In-game hydration. So yeah, let's go back up. And computer. Computer was in here. Yes. Let's see. Here it is. Oh, are you serious? I didn't take the solid state battery with me, but no. But there was one up there that I couldn't pick yet, if I remember right. Yes. So we'll just take that. And then we need to bring that down here. Oh, that was... There was a fall. Over here. Put it in here. And now we should have access to the computer. Flower breeding test results. The latest breeding shows strong positive reactions to pollution. After a few days of exposure to sulfates, it clearly flourishes. In contrast, it gradually dies in a clean atmosphere. The side effect is unusual colors. We still have a lot of testing ahead of us before we can create a plant that purifies the atmosphere. However, we can give it a little color to this grey and sad reality. It's kind of cute. Yeah, let's just catch up on all the things we don't necessarily need to look at. Because you don't need to know all of the fruits. There is very little to it. Knife, repair pitch, airship builder, basic turbine, small storage box. Wrecked devices. I wish there was a mark all as red button. Because these, you know, this isn't really worth reading. I don't need to read helium and copper. But I'm a completionist. I hate when these things are popping up and telling me that I'm missing something. It's like there's nothing worse to me than this. What? And every now and then I click in between two and then it just scrolls away. Okay, virus is broken. Everything else is done. Okay. Okay, but I don't think there's anything else we need here. Now I can go back. Let's try not to fall to our death, shall we? Okay. So, yeah, I suppose let's head to the exclamation mark. To the Underdust. Let's first fly out of here. Since this is as high as I can currently go, let's throw in cruise control and go. Looks like it might be on the other side of these mountains. Oh yeah, of course, it looks like it's on the other side. So let's head over here instead. And now we harvest. And then I hope that somewhere today I get the pre-release key for Billy Bust Up, which means Wednesday we shall then do our Rhythm Monday instead. I am really excited about that game. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, sorry. Billy Bust Up, look it up on Steam, is a rhythm action game. Really fun game, really cute. Imagine Has-Been Hotel / Hell of a Boss turned into a rhythm adventure game. That's what it is. I wish I could fly over those. Yes, Sea of Stars, beautiful. I don't actually remember who I watched play it. Of course, fuel depleted. But yeah, I was actually really surprised by that game. Fae Farm. Just get Cobalt Care instead. Better game. It's nearly the same, okay? Oh crap, I just thought of an issue. I have a wall now. I can't reach the rear turbines. So...
Printing completed.
I gotta build a catwalk. Let's see. There we go. I'm afraid of no heights. Probably.
Printing completed.
That is kind of scary. Yeah, I heard of Fae Farm.
Printing completed.
I think I know what it is, but I'm not 100% certain.
Printing completed.
Fuel here. Fuel here. Now we can get going again. Hey, I did that earlier, okay? And Dunn already clipped it. I'm not jumping again. Not falling for that. Star Shifter? I have to admit, that doesn't actually ring a bell. I try, okay? I like those big ones, they are so efficient. And they break shit. I like breaking shit. I like breaking shit that's already broken. Oh? Yep. We're heading straight to it. I think it's the thing with the ring. It's that donut building. I want donuts. Phew. 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 Oh. Okay, now I'm really curious. I gotta check that later. Let's make sure we don't fly into any of those. Just look at that. I just love this.
Hydration level is decreasing.
These random alien roots or whatever they are. How can you not love that? We can't harvest those, can we? No. Because they do have these red spikes that look like we could use them for something. Crap. Are you telling me I need 3 turbines? Yep. Okay, so let's just
Unknown location reached.
park here. We need machine parts, electric elements. Machine parts and electric elements. Okay, we need more electric elements.
Printing completed.
There, basic turbine. Let's cook more. Let's drink. Let's eat. Let's party. Speaking of Netflix, Guardians of Justice. Fucking watch it. There is... Yeah, I saw the Gamera, but no. Guardians of Justice. Imagine The Boys in 1985 and in just the most kitschy approach, in the most over-the-top
Printing completed.
Blood Dragon style. Just retro all the way. And so well done and hilarious and over the top. Please watch it. Guardians of Justice. They are 20-minute episodes and they are perfect. An Adult Swim Superman. I'm kinda curious about that. But first, we have a big building to look around in. Oop.
Uncharted area. The preliminary analysis started.
Let's store what we can.
Analysis completed. No unidentified objects were detected.
Let's hang that up. And even if it's just so we can... No. Here. There. To save room. Let's cook more. Let's sleep. Glitch text. Gotta tell me more. What is glitch text? Okay, more water. More. Oh wait, you are boiled. You're not boiled. Let's eat. That's a lot of food. But that lasts longer, so let's keep that. Let's eat that. Let's take care of water. So much maintenance. Can we store this? No, we can't. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's go investigate. Glitch tech centers on Hector and Miko. That does sound interesting. Is that a Netflix one? We have nothing out here? Ominous. People bring me things they call useless, and I prove them wrong. There's a purpose for everything. Sometimes all that's needed is the right person. They'll see such junk and call it treasure. All I do is connect people and the correct items for a small fee, and the rest of the shit I just tinker with. I feel that.
Caution. A storm is coming.
That's okay, we're inside. Okay, we gotta power that up. Well, convenient, you already gave me a free battery. Yeah, I do have to check that out. That does sound like fun. There we go.
Radio message received.
Oh. Our lab stand fell into the smog. The mounts broke off and... Ow! Okay, let me lower the volume. That hurt. Jeez. I hate thunder. The mounts broke off and all the equipment went to hell. All the tools, including our only virus sample analyzer, people were lost. We need to assemble a team to try to recover the most precious things. There are few volunteers, because it's impossible to breathe down there. The filters in the mask clog up after a while. Fortunately, we have a prototype oxygen bottle that lasts longer. We still need the hand extractor to get through the debris. I pray we don't hear those voices out there again. Okay. Well, I suppose that means it's time to go down. Here we have temporary storage. Okay. Well, shall we go down? Let's go down.
Uncharted area. The preliminary analysis started.
Oh, that goes down far.
Analysis completed. Detected new objects requiring scanning.
And I don't even have a functioning scanner right now.
Warning. Entering into toxic zone.
Oh, but energy crystals. I need energy crystals. Okay. Dust daisy. What's a dust daisy? Also just food. I miss thunderstorms. They are not very common here. And one issue with Denver is we have very low humidity and very little rain. So
Oxygen level is low.
you'll often encounter storms that last like minutes, and then everything is dry in no time. Okay, I have 30 seconds of oxygen left. Just want to make sure we got everything here. Oh, there's another energy crystal. 20 seconds. I should probably go back.
Warning. Oxygen level is low.
Okay, let's store some stuff in here. Damn it. That was too long. I waited too long for that. Gotta make sure that is still good for a few hours. Okay.
Warning, entering into toxic zone.
Okay, this is an O2 generator. I really don't need that. Yeah, there are windows, but they are pretty much overgrown. I'm so close. If only I could somehow make those metal walls above disintegrate. They're way too heavy to lift, and I can see that there's something behind them. Yeah, I don't have that tool yet. I need a circuit board. I don't like the sounds I'm hearing.
Oxygen level is low.
Oh, but there's more polymer in there. Plastic scrap, not polymer. Let's see what is up there. Yeah, those are the walls he's referring to. Okay, let's hurry back down.
Warning, oxygen level is critical. Warning, oxygen level is low.
Let's just store stuff. We can always clean up later.
Warning, entering into toxic zone.
Yay, polymers. Polymers are what I need right now. I don't know why I would want to get over there. Okay, let's refill oxygen. And then let's see what's through that door.
Entering into toxic zone.
Yay, polymers. Oh, there. There's your window. We are outside. That's just what the outside here looks like.
The till's battery discharged.
Okay, but we do have these crystals. That's what we need to build the tool battery. So you know what? Let's go back up. Let's use these crystals because I need to be able to scan all of this. So let's go build the scanner. Well, I mean, you know, toxic isn't a problem as long as you are compatible. You just gotta be a compatible race or species. I'm never sure if I should say race or species when it comes to that. I feel like race. What's the better term? Should I call it a race or should I call it a species? What would you say? Oh yeah, this is Earth. This is... Okay, species. What's the difference between race and species? I always thought animals... Okay, I have no idea. I feel like I need to do research. Is race just skin color? Can you not have... I suppose you don't have different dog races, do you? Yeah, that's not how the word works. Me smart. Okay, no, wait. I needed to research the tool charge. And for that, I need a circuit board and copper, neither of which I found down there. So there's literally nothing we can do until I have that. We could try that windmill. We have a windmill and a communication tower. Two communication towers behind us. So let's do that. Yeah, I never saw it that way, to be honest. But it makes a lot of sense. Okay, so yeah, but see, based on this description, like even smaller communities I could see as being a distinct race. Where I imagine this applies more to distinct races. I hate words. I wish we could just share feelings and emotions with each other. It would make life a lot easier. And more difficult. And more honest. And easier.
Calories level is decreasing.
Yeah, I usually don't think too much about these things. I just use the words. Let's see. Please tell me we have anything here I can use. Inventory full, my butt. I'll be honest, Ketna. I have several times considered making, like doing one stream a week where I just don't talk. Like just play a rhythm game or play something story heavy and just identify it as a mute stream. And just, you know, have a stream without words. Just a chill game with a chill soundtrack, something like that. I've considered that so often because I personally would enjoy watching it. I would enjoy watching a stream without voiceover. Maybe I'm the only one. But this is a thing that I kind of enjoy. Okay, let's see. What do we need? Let's do the crystal battery. And I need another small storage box for, but I need more resources for that. Yeah, that's really important. Let's cook more. And I am actually gonna show you something real quick. Because just to give you an idea on where this can go, I'm gonna show you my other save game, which is so horizontal. You can see this is only 14 days, so this is only 1 week further. But I spent this whole week just floating and collecting resources. And that is why I have a problem playing these games. because I'll show you what my airship looks like in that one. And why I felt like restarting. Because this is my airship. Any questions? I was still building up the storage. Storage here and storage there, and yes, this is my cockpit. Let me show you the ship from the outside. So yes, I think you can see what I mean with I was just floating there for several hours collecting resources to build this. And I'm not even really further in the game in this playthrough than I am in mine. And yes, I built glass floor. Because why not? I'm still working on the glass ceiling here. But yeah, this should give you a bit of an idea of how big you can make your airship. And you can actually make a second floor even. You can build a second floor underneath. I just never found a good way to do that. I don't mind them. So one of my most shaping influences was a shaman. A Choctaw shaman, to be exact. And he taught me a lot of things about how to see the world. He told me this interesting story about the workers that built the Empire State Building. And, you know, those were mostly Indians that were high up on the building, and most of them had to work without safety because, well, that's just, if you build a new floor, what are you going to connect your safety to? It isn't always possible. But they didn't fear the height, because it's a basic rule that you shouldn't fear anything. If you fear something, it has control over you, and it shouldn't. Instead, respect it. Be aware of its presence. Be aware that it's always there, but that it has no power over you. And I know this is one of those things that's very easy to say. Oh my God, I'm just putting stuff everywhere to get it out of the way. And I know it's very easy to say, but the first time you're confronted with a feeling of fear, for whatever reason, and you confront it and you accept that this is, you know, it shouldn't have control over you, and instead you should. It's weird, and it kinda works. It takes, I mean, sure, it's not, you know, you don't stand in front of a tarantula with arachnophobia and you suddenly go like, yeah, I'm okay with this. It's not how it works. But this basic idea, this basic goal of respect
Sir,
it,
your hat has arrived.
but don't be afraid, is just a really, really important step in advancement. Okay, so I need copper and I need a circuit board. I don't have a circuit board in here. I didn't accidentally, did I? No. So let's see if we can find a circuit board here. Let's also see if we can... No? Nothing to dismantle here. No, Melina is the... Gotcha, nerd. Haha. When are you streaming again, Bean? Has been a while. Did we collect all that? Yes, we did. I think that's the one thing that always makes me a bit sad. Look at all the circuit boards. I just asked for one and now we're getting like a whole Bitcoin farm here. And yes, I mean, look at them. They call them circuit boards. But look at them. We all know what that is. We all know. Nothing in here. Nothing in here. If you need help, you know the deal, let me know. I'd be happy to just like jump on a webcam or something and, you know, help you set stuff up or whatever you need. Just let me know. Yeah, I just watched a video about here. Let me share it. It's called The Insane Plot Armor of Cats, about how cats are game breaking because they just don't work the way they should. It also addresses the whole part about how cats are always more likely to survive once they've reached terminal velocity than if they don't. Or in short, a cat that falls from the 2nd floor is more likely to hurt itself than a cat that falls from the 30th floor. Because cats are good at landing. Cats just turn into a kite. If you've ever seen a cat... Shit, where do I go from here? Do I go down, I suppose? But yeah, if you've ever seen a cat fall from a tall building, they just turn into a kite. And there was a story of the cat that dropped like from the 35th floor and it survived with a punctured lung and a chipped tooth. You know, try that as a human. You go try kite your way down there. No, cats are impressive. It also talks about how... No, I didn't mean to pick up rotten food. I meant to leave that here. Here. Fly. Live on. No, cats are good beans. Okay, now hold on. Now I should be able to... If I have 2 plastic scraps... Yes, I do. Yes, I can research the mobile extractor. Very, very important tool.
Research finalized.
And now I need 5 copper. I have copper. Yes. Then I can also research the tool charger. Yeah, it is. I mean, that's the problem with gravity. You know, gravity doesn't kill. Gravity is totally fine letting you live. The problem is always the impact. Okay, so let's see. What do we need? For the extractor, we need a crystal battery. And for the tool charger, we can build. We didn't build a crystal battery yet, did we? No, but crystals.
Hydration level is decreasing.
Also, I should really build these walls. Can I build these walls? No, I need synthetics and plastics.
Printing completed.
Yeah. Let me put up some walls real quick. Are you serious? Do I really have to move this stuff? Maybe just this? Nope. Those boxes are in the way. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, so I have full inventory and all of these are mostly full. So what I can do is I can... Let's see if I have enough to fill one. Yes, that works. So let's put that up here. Let's move that. Can I place it? No, I can't place it outside. But let's place it here away from the wall. Now we move stuff in here. Take stuff out of here. Move that. That we temporarily put here. This is like playing Sokoban. Sorry, what did you call it? Kids Journey, right? Something like that. You didn't call it Sokoban. Something's challenge. And I can only think of kid. Okay, now we can take the water out and we can pick this up. And now we should be able to put a wall up, right? No, because we have no metals left because I put those in one of the boxes.
I'm cute, Crash, by the way.
He is, he is. The problem with terminal velocity, Karth, is that air pressure is an important aspect. And a can, you know, can only fall so far before air pressure hits it. Okay, we have a tool charger. Let's put the tool charger here. Now we can put a battery inside, which I do not have. Oh my god, this is... Here, let's put the tool in for now. Because now I can pull something I can place. I have nothing I can place in here. Okay, where's the tool batteries? Here. There we go. So now at least the tool is charging. Now walls. There. And there. There we go. I actually have a sealed ship. Whoopee. And I think that's also about... Yeah, that's about as much as I can do, because if you look in the right top, you can see that this is as much as I have balloon power for. Speaking of... helium and copper... Let's make sure we can expand the balloon, shall we? So, copper and helium. Let's research both the expansion and the second core. And see, now you see why I love the idea of having a mobile base, because I don't want to always fly back to my base to do all these things. I really love the idea of just having everything here.
Research finalized.
Now let's see, can we upgrade? We need more helium synthetic. Oh, that's a lot. Machine parts and helium. Shouldn't I have more helium than that? No, I suppose not. It's okay, we can live with what we have. Though I need to put stuff back where it belongs. Oh yeah, I don't have a bottle on me. So let's start moving stuff again. Do I now have more things than I had earlier? Oh wait, actually we do need water and food, so that saves us some. This we keep because we need to pick up dirty water and put it in here. And last but not least, this one goes back here. There, we're slowly getting to looking a little bit better. Now let's get the bed back out, because I do need to sleep soon. We're just gonna put that here. And now we clean up. So let's keep the health pack on us and some food. The rest, oh yeah, and some water and an empty bottle. The battery, more food. That we can stack. And the rest we can leave in. I suppose we can leave the bottle here. We don't really need more bottles. Actually, let's leave that here too. So when we go down, we only go down with what we need. And those both still last over a day. So that means I can go sleep now. Oh, do you hear that? I can now lock the outside world out. It's been time. No more ear-shattering thunder.
Calories level is decreasing.
Yeah, that's why we eat this and this and this. I put it in, but I didn't activate it because I made a video for it. Long story. There is a functioning hiss, it's just not functioning. It will come soon. Oh, right. My tool is charged. I now have a full... Oh, and I still need to place this. A full tool. Let's put this in and recharge it too real quick. And another poster on the ceiling. And thank you for the head pits. Oh yeah, the repair patch can stay here. We need the knife. We need the scanner. And this I don't need to take with me because that's the... Oh, that looks wrong. Here, take a look at this. If I put this on, you see how it's aligned? Because it's pushed onto this charging spot. But if I put this on, it's sideways. I don't think that's how it's meant to be.
Caution. A storm is coming.
Great, that... Oh shit. We're the highest spot here. Oh, that is never good. That is not good. So let's move. There, just gotta not be the highest spot. There we go. Now we're safe. We're just parking under a bridge. The Forever Skies equivalent. Now let's see. What else can we do while we're here? We should make more fuel that uses synthetics. So let's just craft some fuel, shall we?
Printing completed.
And then we can head back to the Underdust. Because all we need now...
Printing completed.
Oh yeah, we need to build the... I never know where stuff is. the extractor. So transformer, polymer, crystal battery. Transformer. That's a polymer. Wait, that's the crystal we need. Nope. Transformer, polymer. So now we first need to make a crystal battery. We still need plastic scrap for that. I wish you could craft out of these boxes. That's one thing that I don't get. Why can't I craft out of my storage? Oh, that's a long craft.
Printing completed.
Okay, now we should be able to craft the extractor. Perfect. This should also be charged now, so let's put this here. There we go. And now I am set up. It's still storming. You know, it's not a long flight. I suppose we can do that in the storm. Because once I'm there, I'm safe. Ow, ow. What am I hitting? Let's back out further first. I think I got my balloons stuck. Yeah, let's try flying lower. Timing, are you serious? And that's why it's so important that you unlock the better fuel categories. Because running out of fuel is annoying. Whee! But see, now I am set up to do stuff down there. Let's see. Yep, inventory still needs to be emptied. This all can stay here. This we're gonna take with us. And this we have to take with us because we have no more room. Hold on. We need the scanner on one, scanner, knife, extractor, builder. That's a good mix. Now let's see. I'm sure there was something to scan here, right? No? Rude. Oh, but... There we go. That was a nice amount of metal and more. I feel like by the time we're done up here, I already need to recharge the extractor. And down again. Whee! I love this transition. Don't you love this? Okay.
Entering into toxic zone.
Now let's first of all go up there. Because I don't have a lot of oxygen, so we need to get this moved away. Thank you for the head pets. Head pets are always the best pets. Ah, we got a free crystal battery. That's nice.
Warning, oxygen level is low.
No, let's not put it in here. Maybe there is one further up. Because this is an uncomfortable amount to climb. If we have to go back down. Up there is a slot for a crystal battery. That is very nice. And an extra battery. There.
Calories level is decreasing.
Oh, what are you? The dust have changed the world. It's amazing that new species have evolved so quickly. We should study them. Maybe that way we can stay here longer. We just need a virus sample to craft a booster. It would also be useful to look for something for those heat-sensitive weeds. Heat-sensitive weeds? Oh, a virus sample analyzer. Isotonic drink. More polymer.
Warning, oxygen level is low.
Virus carrier. Okay. Let's see what's up here. Canned water. Nothing else? No. I can't dismantle these, can I? No. Then let's grab oxygen and head back. I mean, I got some really, really important equipment here, so that is good. Oh, there's more over here. Meteor vine.
Warning, oxygen level is low.
Blockade. Why is there a blockade down there? What are you blocking? Oh, I see. Oh, this is good. We created a fast entrance. It's good because I need to run back for oxygen. Nah, we don't need to store anything yet.
Warning, entering into toxic zone.
Let's go back up there again. Let's see. Oh, also scan this. Filtering deck extractor. Actually, I think I might have to take a quick break. Oh, we can scan that too. And that. Yeah, I'm gonna go be right back for just a moment. Nature is calling. Yum. Gonna leave you with more of a background music than this, though. So, be right back. It's me. Haha, sorry, I spoiled it. Just in case you wanted time to actually guess. And you know what I just got? I just got my Billy Bust Up Steam key. So, yes, not Stinky, Steam key. So, yes. And the most important thing is this here. Because they are modifying the build, and the build is not always good to stream. Since, you know, it is early access and all, but yes, the one I have is good to stream. I'm so tempted to jump into it, but I only have like half an hour left, so we're gonna do that on Wednesday. I'm really excited. Because let's face it, that game just looked amazing. So yeah, our Rhythm Monday is gonna be on Wednesday with Billy Bust Up. Sorry, I know I'm talking a lot about it. I'm just really excited for that game. Okay, so what else can we do here? I suppose we can take some dirty water. Let's take some of those polymer things. I just don't want to exhaust the extractor. Because otherwise I can't remove walls like this if I have to. Can I not climb through this? Oh, crossbow bolts. I'll take those. No? Can't climb through. It probably means I should head back down before I'm running out of time.
Warning, oxygen level is critical.
Yes, I know.
Hydration level is decreasing. Warning, oxygen level is low.
Let's eat, let's drink.
Warning, entering into toxic zone.
Now let's run through here and see what's on the other side. Yeah, I feel like I should recharge the extractor and come back down here. Ice Dew. This plant activates its defense mechanism when sensing a temperature close to that of the human body. It does not react to lower temperatures. Yeah, no, this is not something I'm... Look at those fags. Nope. Not touching that.
Oxygen level is low.
Plastic scrap and energy crystals. Nice. Energy crystals are great because I can turn those into really, really good fuel. So I'll take all of those. Oh, there's more over here.
Warning, oxygen level is
Yes, yes, I should run back. It's also, this is a really nice idea to have these arrows. These arrows always point back to the elevator.
oxygen level.
So you can never accidentally run out unless you're like really fucking it up. There.
Warning, entering into toxic zone.
Now let's run around, see what else was in there. Nothing. Just another plant. What do we have here? Is there a reason for me to jump up here? Maybe.
Warning, oxygen level is low.
How close can I get? I think that question will be answered in a second here. No? I suppose this is how close I can get. I can get really close. Do we have anything else in that corner?
Oxygen level is critical.
No, doesn't look like it. So let's run back one more time. Yes, I know. I was a bit closer than I liked. And then let's just use up the last of the extractor. There, now it's empty. Now let's go back up and take all of that back to the ship. It wasn't even that much. But it was still a good harvest. Ah, absolutely, Shaky. Give me a second. Just gotta change the timer for that. And it turns out I, whoops, bumped my empty can. Tells you that I can't hydrate anymore. There we go. Because I have a timer for that. And that means for the next 5 minutes, we're gonna do some German streaming. Enjoy. Well, I should start the timer, shouldn't I? Na, immer mal wieder bisschen in Deutsch ist doch auch was Schönes. Oder nicht? Ich fühle mich da immer sehr komisch, wenn ich auf Deutsch rede. Bin ich nicht gewohnt im Stream. Aber es hilft, Deutsch nicht zu vergessen. Ja, lass uns ein bisschen davon machen. Oh. Sehr langsam. Very slow. Sehr langsam. Ah. Bilde den Virus. Analysierer. Aufladen. Elektrische Elemente. Hope you're having fun. Ich hoffe, du hast Spaß.
Printing completed.
Mehr Energiekristalle.
Research finalized.
Here's a question I just have to ask in English real quick. I was considering putting up subtitles in German and English. Would you enjoy that? Jetzt auf Deutsch. Weil ich habe mir überlegt, dass wir Untertitel machen, dass wir Untertitel hinzufügen, die auf Englisch und auf Deutsch erscheinen, um ein bisschen den Deutschen auszuhelfen, falls mal jemand nicht versteht.
Printing completed.
Nö, danke für die Headpads. Headpads auf Deutsch. Headpads auf Deutsch. No. What? No. This is the head cover. Like a hat. Okay. Was heißt Headpatting auf Deutsch? Kopfstreicheln. There we go. Kopfstreicheln. Kopfstreicheln. Kopf means head. Streicheln means to caress, to stroke. So it's more like a head stroke. Which is cute too. I'll take it. Sehr süß. Very cute. Sehr süß. Wir haben noch viel Treibstoff in der Maschine. Wo ist mein dreckiges Wasser? Kein dreckiges Wasser. Nehme ich mir das. Mal schauen. Ah, wieder voll. Nein. Oh, Jackie. Jackie auch. Jackie auch. 5 Minuten auf Deutsch. Immer was Schönes. But yeah, 5 minutes in German, always something nice. It's a weird concentration exercise for me. That's what it feels like. I need a motherboard. Do I have a motherboard? I don't think I've ever seen a motherboard. But yeah, it always feels weird. It doesn't change. It feels weird. It feels unfitting to do that. But it's a good practice, so I don't mind doing it. Okay, we have the virus sample analyzer, but we can't build it. We have our to-do list. So yeah, I need the virus sample analyzer. I can't do this yet because we need a motherboard. Motherboard. Where would we find a motherboard? There are question marks. How about we head to the question mark and see what we get there? There, question mark. Let's see what new place this is. And then what I'm gonna do is before we play this next, I'm gonna do a little bit of harvesting and, you know, get this upgraded a little so we have a bit more room, but I'm not gonna progress the game. I'm just gonna make a bigger ship so I don't have to do that on stream. But next time we're gonna come back with this game. We're definitely gonna go deeper and further, because there is still a fair amount of content in this game, even if it's early access. It is far from done, but I really enjoy what it is so far. I just do. And shaky, that depends on the gear I'm in, so to speak. Let's fire the recycler off at this first. It's like if I haven't spoken German in hours or even days, it's very unlikely. But if I switch back and forth, say I need to write a text in German or I speak to a German speaker, and then I just immediately switch back to English, then it's possible that the switch takes a moment. Or a good example, recently we had a German guest, and I would speak German with them, and then Karth comes into the room, and I will just continue speaking German to Karth, even if he doesn't... Oh, voila, what was that? Hold on. Mouse clicked outside, and I just nearly banned shaky, because it seems that's where the thing thought my mouse cursor is. I apologize. But yeah, that is a possibility, that I'm still in the flow for German, and then I switch. One issue, and that is actually a good example of how you should raise your child, that was not done correctly with me, is raise your child bilingual. If you have the option, if you have someone in your family that speaks a second language, raise your child bilingual. Oh, I need to pick up my scanner. Nothing is easier for a child than to learn a language. Period. If you teach a child English before it's even 10, it's just a second language. It will always speak as if it's native. If you do it well, and it's just, yeah, it's like God, this is a volatile storm here. By the time I learned English, I was in 4th grade. So in Germany, back then, nowadays you learn it much sooner, but back then you didn't learn any language in elementary. Oh my god, it's a dog park! That's what it is. That's why he has the fences up. Oh, they had a dog. Sorry, I get distracted here. But yeah, I didn't learn English until 4th grade. Usually in Germany, back then you learned it in 5th. But, yes, exactly. But I was always interested in languages. So in 2nd grade, I actually started learning Hungarian. Beautiful language. Complicated language, but beautiful. And I like the complexity of it. And so I actually spoke Hungarian before I spoke English. And English would have come in 5th grade, but in 4th grade, my parents bought me an English course on cassette tapes. Yes, I'm old. And it was, of course, business English. So the first sentences I learned was like, where is the restaurant? And where is my gate? And can you help me check in? No, we never had 8-track. I only had cassette tapes. 8-track is a very American thing that, unless I'm mistaken, just wasn't a thing anywhere else to that degree. I mean, maybe in the UK, but in Germany, I never saw an 8-track. My whole life. But yeah, I learned English from a cassette tape when I was like 9-10 years old, and I learned business English, and then I started playing Ultima Online, still in 4th grade. And Ultima Online back in Germany had one simple rule, that anyone who played it spoke Shakespeare English. It's like we often didn't even interact with people that only spoke English. That's how bad it was. So now imagine how in 4th grade, with me only knowing a little bit of business English, I now learned Shakespeare English. I learned Old Old English thine and thee, because of course you still needed a third person. And I was good at it. This was my thing. I loved learning that. Well, and then oh jeez. Is that where all the things hit? And then I went into 5th grade. And then I had a teacher who didn't speak a single word of Shakespeare English and had no clue what I was saying. So during like my first half year in English, I literally got an F because the English I spoke was no longer compatible. That's how bad it was. What the heck is that? A soft cushion. Do you remember the forests? We can... That poster will be useful soon, I guarantee you. And kids, do you still remember when we had trees? Do I bite my thumb at people? I'm not quite sure what that means. What does biting your thumb at people mean? Sorry, I'm not aware of that phrase. Spike. Romeo and Juliet? I do have to admit, despite the fact that I learned Shakespeare English, I have very little knowledge of Shakespeare pieces. I don't like Shakespeare. There. And yes, I know that's a horrible thing to say. But I'm not a Shakespeare person. Oh, missed that. Yeah, it's good you do, because I actually don't. I imagine that's just a way... an Italian paraphrase. I speak fluent Italian. No. I had a Teddy Ruxpin, yes. That was a thing in Germany. I never knew that it also was a TV show. But I had the electronic cassette bear. And it was a good bean. I mean, I mostly listened to music, to be honest. Because I usually preferred reading over listening. But yeah, he was great to play music in. He was singing all my favorite songs. Oh, this is a loud storm. Ah. 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 Ugh. Oh, I don't like storms. I don't like storms. But yeah, I think we did a good collection here. I do need to go fishing. I do need to go refill a lot of stuff. So yeah, I think this is probably a good time to slowly bring this to an end, because I need to do maintenance in it, and I don't need to do that on stream. Biting your thumb at someone is a symbolic gesture similar to flipping someone off. It involves, okay, placing a thumb behind your top front teeth. Oh. Yeah, I've seen that. I don't think I can do that here. But yeah, it's like, pok. You just, pok. I always assumed that's just an Italian way of saying fuck you. Because I have seen that. But yeah, let's call it a day here. Because I'm getting hungry I have to use the restroom again. Oh, bunny. Did you see the bunny? And yeah, I think it's a good time. Wednesday, as mentioned, we will be back with Billy Bust Up. Yeah, go piss, girl. I will go piss, I guarantee you. But yeah, Wednesday we'll be back. Thank you, Don. Wednesday we'll be back with Billy Bust Up, which kind of sounds like the music you're currently listening to, which is a bit loud. But yeah, that's what you can expect, this kind of music on Wednesday. You have no idea how much I'm looking forward to that. Well, you're welcome. Come on in. I have a big lab. And Friday, I already decided we're gonna play Ragnarok. If you don't know what that is, it's Beat Saber plus Vikings and metal. So you're gonna see me control a Viking ship with good music. Yes, we're gonna do that. But yeah, for today, that shall be all. I do hope you beans will have an amazing start into your week. Don't let anyone tell you what to do unless they are your boss, and then ask them how much they pay you for that unless you already know that. And then tell them you want more money. I don't know where this is going. I don't know where we're going. But yes, please have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week, and just do something for yourself. Take a break, take a step out, and just do something nice for yourself. Let's see, where shall we send you today? Unfortunately, the bean I kind of wanted to raid just stopped shortly ago. Because I had a really cute new bean on the radar that I thought would enjoy a little bit of love. So what shall we do? What shall we do? We have so many good people around. You know, here's someone we have not raided in a very, very long time. Let's raid Chester. I had to copy the name because I can never spell Chester's tag. But yeah, Chester is a very, very good bean, is currently playing Pikmin 4, which I fell in love with. I love Pikmin 4. It's a really cute game. I saw Zeke play it, and then I had to also legally acquire it for the legal Switch I own. Sorry. Yes. Yeah, let's go, Chester. And I will be back on Wednesday. You beans, stay cute, have an amazing time, and don't forget to copy the raid message. Unless you don't want the raid message, that's fine too. No one's forced. But yeah, I love you all, and you go have a wonderful week. Thank you for being here for me and for everyone else, and stay adorable. Bye bye, cuties. Bye bye.
Hey, there's another one.